Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. And I'm just gonna say, Disney keeps on screwing with Star Wars, and now they're retconning the original trilogy. This pisses me off. So, let's get into this homicidal farce that is Disney. Sorry for all the camera shaking and whatnot. Let's get into this farce. New Star Wars comic may confirm a major Rise of the Skywalker leak about Rey. With the quotation, there is another. For original trilogy fans, we know what that means. There is another Skywalker. Anyway, one of the biggest mysteries to arise about out of Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, once solved in Return of the Jedi, may have just been retconned in Rise of the Skywalker prequel comic to give Rey renewed importance in the overall saga. Go to a happy place, people. Speculative spoilers for The Rise of Skywalker below. That boy is our last hope. Obi-Wan says to Yoda about Luke Skywalker in Empire Strikes Back, to which the little green alien replies, "No, there is another." At the time, not even George Lucas possibly knew what that meant. Bullshit! He actually did. He had all three of the damn stories planned out. But when Luke has another conversation with Obi-Wan's Force Ghost in Return of the Jedi, old Ben Kenobi reveals that Luke had a twin sister, and it's Princess Leia. Actually, that's not exactly true. But anyway, when Yoda talks about another source of hope, that's who he is referring to. Except maybe he's not? Question mark? Wow. In the new previewed comic on StarWars.com set between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi called Age of Resistance, Rey number 1, Leia passes the buck on to Rey in much the same way Yoda passed it on to her all those years ago. Luke may be our only hope, Poe Dameron says. No, I believe there is another, Leia responds. The original trilogy is purported Leia as some kind of backup hero who might actually be the one to bring balance to the Force. It's unclear how these legends really work, but Anakin Skywalker was once the chosen one. His fall from grace discredited him, so that the burden fell upon his son, but his daughter was equally as qualified. Did any of them truly establish balance? Not really. So that burden is seemingly passing on their spiritual, or perhaps literal, successor to Rey. Disney canon, I'm not going to say actual canon, Disney canon novels like Star Wars Bloodline confirm that Leia, despite being Force-sensitive, neglected Jedi training after the original trilogy to invest more time into politics and rebuilding the Galactic Republic. But she gained enough power to execute the fly-through space maneuver to save herself in The Last Jedi. Recent leaks and rumors also claim we'll see a flashback in Rise of the Skywalker of Luke and Leia training with lightsabers not long after Return of the Jedi, and that Leia could have picked up Rey's training after Luke's death in The Last Jedi. Leia could have become a powerful Jedi in her own right, but she saw a different destiny instead. She forsook the path that would have truly made her the another that dead Jedi are always talking about. That made more sense at the time during an era of relative peace, so we can't really blame her for it. Meanwhile, other Star Wars leaks suggest that Rey could take on the name Skywalker at the end of The Rise of Skywalker. If that's true, then Rey could be the another that Yoda and now Leia referred to. It's almost like this comic book is rewriting Star Wars history to pave the way for the Skywalker saga's biggest twist. For comic writer Tom Taylor to recycle this piece of dialogue in Age of Resistance, Rey number 1, feels like a nostalgic riff that tells us the obvious. At the end of the Skywalker saga, it'll be Rey that finally brings balance to the Force once and for all, finally solving the mystery 40 years after it began. So they're retconning the original trilogy. And this is why I do not accept Disney Star Wars. They turned Mary Sue into basically the next Space Jesus Christ. You want to know what would have not made Rey a Mary Sue? If they would have cut off one of her damn arms in Rise of, or Last Jedi to show that she was not perfect and unstoppable. I do not like how they are suddenly or how Disney is reaching its poisonous tendrils right under the skin of the original trilogy and spewing their toxic, vile essence into it and changing things. To me, that's just as bad as how Christians and whatnot see burning a Bible is. I see it as that bad. Even worse. Now, I'm not saying that Star Wars is my religion. It's not. But I am simply saying that this kind of BS needs to not continue. It is stupid that they are changing this kind of thing. Yoda was talking about Leia. It was in case Luke had ever fallen, they would reach out to Leia to pick up the slack. It's actually played out in The Force Unleashed 2? No. The Force Unleashed 1 Sith Edition, where Starkiller chose to go after Vader instead of Palpatine and kill Vader. He then becomes the secret enforcer of Palpatine. And it shows the dark ending where Starkiller goes after Luke, cuts off his arm, turns him to the dark side, then kills him, and Leia then picks up the training from Yoda. That is what it was established to be. That Leia would be just as powerful as Luke, and with training, she could be even or as powerful as Luke. So for them to actually start doing this sort of change, basically saying that Rey is the hope that they have all been waiting for since the original trilogy, that is horseshit. They are just trying to prop up Rey because people do not accept her. Because people are not happy with how Disney has handled Star Wars. Luke Skywalker will always be, in my opinion, one of the most powerful Jedi in the Star Wars mythos. Anakin Skywalker was potentially the most powerful because he was born of the Force. Anyway, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think that Disney is just screwing with Star Wars, sacrificing the original trilogy and retconning it to bump up Rey? Or do you think that this is, oh, so cool? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like I say, I encourage differences of opinion. If you have a difference of opinion, share it. But be civil. If you're not civil, not even going to give you the time of day. Anyway, you all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. I'll catch you all on the next one.